In the annals of aviation history, there are numerous iconic planes that have captured the world's imagination. However, there are some lesser-known aircraft that played crucial roles during significant events like World War II. One such aircraft is the Yonkers Ju-86, which, though not widely recognized, had a fascinating and impactful role in the highest-altitude aerial battle of the war. Origins of the Yonkers Ju-86. Originally developed in 1934 as an airliner for Lufthansa, the Yonkers Ju-86 underwent a transformation when it was pressed into service as a bomber. During the Spanish Civil War, its performance as a bomber was underwhelming. The aircraft was a low-wing, twin-engine monoplane with a crew of 4. Interestingly, the Ju-86 was one of the very few German types that also served in the British Commonwealth, particularly in South African Airways, which operated 17 of the older models. When World War II broke out, these aircraft became part of the South African Air Force, serving as coastal patrol aircraft and later as bombers in the East African campaign against the Italians. The Ju-86 remained in service until September 1942. The evolution of the Ju-86. As the war progressed, the Luftwaffe, Germany's air force, continued to develop the Ju-86. Some of these aircraft were converted into the Ju-86P variant, which featured a longer wingspan, a pressurized cabin, and a crew of only 2 members. Powered by the Yonkers Ju-207, a turbocharged 2-stroke opposed-piston diesel engine, the Ju-86P was designed to fly comfortably at extremely high altitudes, reaching an impressive 12,000 meters and even higher. This made it an ideal aircraft for photo reconnaissance missions, as it could fly at altitudes beyond the reach of Allied fighters. The Ju-86R1 reaching new heights. The Luftwaffe continued to push the boundaries with the Ju-86 and developed the Ju-86R1, a high-altitude reconnaissance plane capable of cruising at a staggering 15,000 meters above the Earth, more than 9.5 miles high. This height was considerably higher than most commercial jet airliners cruise at even in modern times. In many ways, the Ju-86R1 was the U-2 spy plane of its day. Challenges and triumphs. Operating aircraft at such extreme altitudes posed numerous technical challenges. Instrument failures due to extreme cold and contact with the jet stream were common occurrences. The reconnaissance version of the Ju-86R1 was unarmed and relied on its altitude to avoid interception by enemy fighters during its UK reconnaissance overflights. The Ju-86 and high-altitude nuisance raids. In mid-1942, the Ju-86R2, the bomber version of the high-altitude Ju-86, was deployed on high-altitude nuisance raids against Britain. These raids involved dropping single 250-kilogram high-explosive bombs. The German aircraft's altitude advantage allowed them to strike with relative impunity. On August 24, 1942, a Ju-86 scored a direct hit in the center of Bristol during the morning rush hour, resulting in 48 civilian deaths and 56 injuries. This attack prompted urgent action from the British. The British response. The existing Spitfire Mark V lacked the necessary capabilities to intercept the Ju-86 at such extreme heights. However, the newer Spitfire Mark IX showed promise with its Rolls-Royce Merlin engine and 2-stage supercharger, making it a suitable candidate for the task. The British created a special interception flight at RAF Croydon, commanded by Flight Lieutenant Jimmy Nelson, a squadron made up of Americans serving in the Royal Air Force. Among the pilots was Pilot Officer Prince Emmanuel Galitzin, a refugee Russian prince and great-great-grandson of Catherine the Great of Russia. The climactic battle. After rigorous training, including altitude chamber tests, the Spitfire Mark IX were modified to reduce weight and increase their chances of reaching the Ju-86's altitude. 2 of these modified Spitfires, piloted by Prince Galitzin and Flight Lieutenant Jimmy Nelson, engaged a Ju-86 on September 12, 1942. As the Ju-86 pilot tried to climb even higher to evade the pursuing Spitfires, he depressurized the cabin to avoid catastrophic consequences if hit. The aftermath. The Ju-86R2 never returned to British airspace again after their bluff was called. The British eventually bagged 2 Ju-86 over North Africa later in 1942, using modified Spitfire Mark V that could climb higher over the desert due to denser air. Conclusion. The Yonkers Ju-86 might not be a well-known aircraft from World War II, but its role in the highest altitude aerial battle of the war makes it a remarkable and significant part of aviation history. Its capabilities and the challenges it posed to its adversaries contributed to the advancement of aerial warfare and reconnaissance techniques.